which every shot lands is certain to stampede any opponent into unconsciousness. No matter how light the blows, a jackpot has been struck. The sudden overloading of the victim's message center is bound to produce that inrush of confusion known as coma. Now it was as if Ali carried the idea to some advanced place where he could assimilate punches faster than other fighters, could literally transmit the shock through more parts of his body, or direct it to the best path, as if ideally he were working toward the ability to receive that 5-punch combination, or 6, or 7, yet be so ready to ship the impact out to each arm and each organ and each leg that the punishment might be digested and the mind remain clear. It was a study to watch Ali take punches. He would line the ropes and paw at his sparring partner like a mother cat goading her kitten to belt away. Then Ali would flip up his glove and let the other's punch bounce from that glove off his head, repeating the move from other angles, as if the second half of the art of getting hit was to learn the trajectories with which punches glanced off your gloves and still hit you. Ali was always studying how to deaden such shots or punish the glove that threw the punch, forever elaborating his inner comprehension of how to trap, damp, modify, mock, curve, cock, warp, distort, deflect, and turn the bombs that came toward him, and do this with a minimum of movement. Back against the ropes, languid hands up. He invariably trained by a scenario that cast him as a fighter in deep fatigue, too tired to raise his arms in the 12th round of a 15-round fight. Such training may have saved him from being knocked out by Fraser in their first fight. Such training had been explored by him in every fight since. His corner would scream, "Stop playing!" The judges would score against him for lying on the ropes. The fight writers would report that he did not look like the old Ali, and all the while, he was refining methods. This afternoon, however, in Deer Lake, it looked as if he were learning very little. He was getting hit by stupid punches, and they seemed to take him by surprise. He was not languid, but sluggish. He looked bored. He showed, as he worked, all the sullen ardor of a husband obliging himself to make love to his wife in the thick of carnal indifference. The first sparring partner, Larry Holmes, a young, light-colored black with a pro record of 9 wins and no losses, boxed aggressively for 3 rounds, hitting Ali more often than he got hit in return, which in itself might not have been unusual. Sometimes Ali would not throw a punch through all of a round, but on this afternoon it seemed as if Ali did not know how to use Holmes. Ali had the disgusted expression Sugar Ray Robinson used to get toward the end of his career, when struck on the nose. A grimace of disdain for the occupation, as if you could lose your looks if you weren't careful. The afternoon was hot. The gym was even hotter. It was filled with tourists, more than 100, who had paid $1 to get in. There was a late summer apathy to the proceedings. Once in a while, Ali would set out to chastise Holmes for his impudence, but Holmes was not there to be instructed for nothing. He fought back with all the eagerness of a young pro who sees a maximum of future for himself. Ali could, of course, have given a lesson, but he was boxing in the depths of a bad mood. Part of Ali's strength in the ring was fidelity to his mood. If, when speaking to the press, a harsh and hysterical tone entered his voice as easily as other men light a cigarette, he was never frantic in the ring. At least not since the fight with Liston in Miami in 1964, when he won the heavyweight championship. No, just as Marlon Brando seemed to inhabit a role as though it were a natural extension of his mood, so Ali treated boxing. In a bad mood, he would stay in his lethargy, box out of his very distaste for the staleness of this occupation. Often he trained all of an afternoon in such a bad spirit. The difference today was that he was running into unexpected punches, the end of the world for Ali. In annoyance, he would punish Holmes by wrapping an arm around his head. Over the years, Ali had become one of the best wrestlers in the ring. But then if karate kicks had been introduced to boxing, Ali would also have been first at that. His credo had to be that nothing in boxing was foreign to him. Now, however, such virtuosity was reduced to wrestling with Holmes. When they separated, Holmes would go back to the attack. Toward the end of 3 rounds, Ali started stinging him with punches.